Hello everyone. This is my first, probably unfortunately last for this year, fall Bath and Body Works candle haul. That's why there's a bunch. Just move that over there a little bit. Just a little bit scary. Okay. So I haven't bought candles since the last time I showed you, which was in late July, I believe. And it's because I didn't have any money, because I've been spending way too much money on vendor wax. But I really needed my candles. Like, even though I'm not burning through any of my candles, I seriously, since July, haven't finished or even almost started any candles. So, yeah. Didn't really seem prudent to be buying candles. Plus, lack of money. So, yes, today is September 3rd. 2016, and September 2nd they had these pumpkin candles on sale for $15, which wasn't going to happen for me. And then today, which is today only, for I don't know if it's a Labor Day sale or if it's, but they were $12.50 each. Plus there was, even though I didn't get this, and I got 2 emails from Bath and Body Works, someone was so kind enough on Facebook, the Candle Dancers Candle Corner, to share her 40% off code that she got. So I was able to print that out, brought that in, and I got all my candles for the fall, hopefully. So let's get started. First off, look at that packaging. That is the kind of packaging we want, right? So this one is heirloom apple. Now, some people say it's kind of a Radiant Red Maple dupe, which I love Radiant Red Maple. And let's see what it says on the bottom. Red Cortland Apple, Creamy Sandalwood, Marshmallow. And it does smell like Radiant Red Maple, but it's not quite as... Radiant Red Maple had this kind of a... I'm not even sure what to call it. It was kind of like not a smoky smell, but kind of like a smoky smell. And like I said, it was basically like if they put a Mac apple or Red Delicious apple in with a really toned down Marshmallow Fireside. This one's more of a creamy apple, like it's very appley with a little bit of cream, whereas the other one was more creamy with a little bit of apple. So this one's very good, and I can't wait to actually light this up. I actually wish I had enough money to buy more, because I definitely would have gotten more of this one. There. Trying to make sure you get that one. Alright. That there. Then we have... Look at that. That is beautiful brown. And I'm not a fan of brown, but that's beautiful. And that is Toasted Graham Latte. And I had wanted to get this one, or smell it at least. And I was hoping it had more of a latte scent, because some people saying it didn't. This is an A1, by the way, so hopefully, fingers crossed. It says toasted graham cracker, vanilla bean, buttery toffee chip, and drop of espresso. And it's white. I definitely get more of the, basically everything but the espresso, but you can definitely smell there is a coffee scent, so I'm very happy with that. I was thinking maybe I can burn this one with my mocha latte swirl, so might make it smell real good. Then I got a backup of one that I haven't burned yet, which is warm apple pie. And a lot of people say that this has like puny wicks, and can't smell anything. I mean, just for this glass alone. It's baked Granny Smith apple, melted brown sugar, and flaky homemade crust. And that is an A3. And this one was the strongest one that I smelled, because I do check to make sure the batch number is as high as possible, but this one I smelled better than the A4, so. And it's just so good. It's just flaky crust, apple, brown sugar. There's like this tiny baby hint of spice, like the cinnamon, but it's like the super warm, really toned down, because I really don't like spice. So I also wanted to get another pomegranate cider, but of course, sorry, not pomegranate cider, pomegranate lemonade, because that's basically like having pomegranate and London tea and lemon together, in my opinion, based on cold sniff, because of course I haven't actually burned it. Don't be ridiculous. But of course they didn't have any, so, and they hadn't had it online for a while. I don't know if they do now, but they didn't have it online for a while, so. Next up is pumpkin spice cheesecake. I actually liked the smell of this last year, but I didn't buy it because I didn't know at the time that I liked sugar milk scent, and cheesecake is kind of like a sugar milk scent. And I love this lid, like ridiculously much. It's just beautiful, coppery, rose goldy, whatever, hammered. It's just so good. And this one is an A6, and it's spiced pumpkin graham cracker crust whipped cream. And that's basically what I smell. It smells a little weird, but I think because it smells a little bit more like maybe the graham cracker crust and the spiced pumpkin, a little bit less of the cream cheese, which is sad because I love the cream cheese, but maybe next year when I finally manage to burn this, it'll be fine. I don't know what to do. Okay. I wanted black cherry merlot because last year's candle smelled like death. Okay, fine. That's being a little, you know. But it did not smell like the soap. And of course I don't buy the soap, but the soap smells awesome. So I waited, and this year the candle smells like the soap, but not soapy. And this is black cherry merlot. It's got the lovely beautiful lid, and it is dark cherry black raspberry sumptuous merlot, and it's an A6. And just look at that color. I mean, that color alone, come on. And it, oh, that's what you want, man. That's what you want. It smells like what it says. I don't smell, obviously it doesn't have like an alcohol scent. Although this year's Sparkling Pure Riesling did have a little bit of an alcohol scent to me. But this just smells so good. Like raspberries and dark cherries and just goodness. Just goodness. And then we have Cranberry Woods. I bought one my first year. It was one of my very first purchases. I bought 4 different candles, and this was one of the few that I actually kept. So I needed another one. We also had like pumpkin pecan waffles, which does have a little bit more of an almond scent to it this year. And I really need marshmallow fireside because I only have like, what, 2, 3? Yes, 3. And I always burn 2 a year. So yeah, gonna need more of that. But I know I didn't need it as opposed to these guys. So Cranberry Woods, it's got the maple leaf, one big maple leaf on a kind of antique gold top. And I actually like this one. It's very pretty. It's got the little, it's tart cranberry, cinnamon bark, forest cedar, golden amber. That's an A3. And this just smells so good because like you can smell the cedar, because it's not pine, because cedar has a little bit more of a woody note, whereas pine is a little bit more astringent. But you can also smell the cranberry, which is definitely tart, and like I smell a hint of the cinnamon and the amber. It's just, it smells so good, so I knew I needed one of those. And then I got, because they didn't have the pomegranate lemonade, I got 2 Cider Lane. Now, I have one of those little tester ones, and I got that probably my first SAS in the winter, and it literally just smells like cinnamon. So I did not understand everyone's raving over this because like, oh, it smells like caramel apples. I'm like, no, it smells like cinnamon. But I'm like, I'm gonna give it a sniff, make sure, because you know, got the cute lid. I want to walk on that. I just do. It's really good looking. So we get warm caramel, Granny Smith apple, dark brown sugar, and ground clove. And that is an A5. And it's what they said. It's a caramel apple. There's a hint of a spice, or maybe it's, no, it's a dark brown sugar because it's almost a little molassesy, which I love. But I don't smell like clove this time, so I'm just so thankful. And I love caramel apple, so I'm glad that I got a second one. And the other one's A5. So I said A5 like 9 miles away from the camera. Yep, and that smells good too. So that's these guys. Then I got pumpkin coconut, which was actually in the back. And I asked, oh, you don't have pumpkin coconut? And she's like, oh, it's in the back. I'll go get it for you. And she's like, very covert. But I'm not sure why it wasn't out on the floor with everybody else, but I got it. And then once I smelt it, I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to get it because I didn't, she'd walked away. So it just says spiced pumpkin, toasted coconut, creamy vanilla, and sea salted caramel. That's an A2. And it smells nice. I'm not sure if she hadn't walked away that I wouldn't have like given it back to her. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that, I mean, it has a toasted coconut and a spicy kind of pumpkin. It's kind of like sweet cinnamon pumpkin, but with like coconut. I'm not really smelling the sea salt caramel yet. It's not a bad scent. It's just, I don't understand the hype over that one. And I got a berry pumpkin strudel because it's berry. I mean, I have to get that. Look at that blue though. And that one's got the big pumpkin. And that is an A8. Wow. Sweet blueberry, baked apple, blackberry, pumpkin spice, puff pastry. And that's some of my very favorite things. So yeah. And this one didn't smell like, kind of smells like crayons, really. I'm trying to figure out what I smell. I don't really feel like I smell any of those things. Maybe the pumpkin spice and puff pastry. There's a hint of berry. I'm just hoping the berry comes out a little bit more because right now, definitely only needed one of those. And then I got pumpkin French toast. So cute. The pumpkin on there. And that is warm maple syrup, pumpkin spice, caramelized brown sugar. And it's an A4. And I actually like this one. Because it smells, I don't know if it smells more like warm caramel syrup or caramel, just plain caramel. But it smells really good. It's like a caramelly, syrupy with a hint of like the warm spice. So I don't really think I smell any bread note to it. I don't think, based on my extensive knowledge. And then the final 3-wick is pumpkin banana muffin because you have to. Pumpkin. And that is caramelized banana, pumpkin puree, walnut, and cinnamon sugar. It's an A1. And this one smells pretty good. I'm not sure how much banana I'm getting out of it. It's smelling more like the pumpkin and walnut. But it definitely has possibilities. So, like, I'm not really smelling a muffiny smell. Although it doesn't technically say anything about bakery smell there. But it's more like everything but the caramelized banana at this point. But by the time I burn it 3 years from now, it'll probably come out more. So those were my 3 wicks. And then I had a free mini candle, and they didn't have the vampire blood, of course, but they did have autumn. And I have the plugins, and I'm not really a huge fan of them, but I love the smell, so it's very weird to me. Look at that little leaf. And that one is bright red gala apple, juicy fig, eucalyptus leaf, and fir balsam. I'm not a eucalyptus fan at all, which is probably why I don't like the plugins. They're probably more eucalyptus-y. But it's fresh. It's the eucalyptus, the apple, the fir. It's just really good, so I'm glad I got a mini one. And it was free, although I would have gotten the vampire blood if I could have. And then finally, I didn't get last year's, and I was super disappointed. So I decided this year, I have a 40% off coupon. They actually have them in stores. I'm going to get one. So this is a night light, and it was $14.50, and the glitter is glittery. Got my little Kit Kat up there. Spooky spook. bat on a moon. And it's really cute. I think I might like last year's a little bit better, but only because I don't really remember it. But this one has glitter, so you can't go wrong with glitter. Not in my world anyway. So that is everything I bought. I also brought back, I exchanged for 2 candles, although I didn't get jar for jar. It was $5.63 and $11.25, so, and technically because it said I had no receipt, and I did actually bring my receipts with me, but I thought maybe I would get a better deal if I didn't show my receipt, and by then it was too late. So I ended up with tax paying $93.40 because each of the candles is $7.50, which is an awesome price. And if I could have bought more, I definitely would have gotten more. I'd have gotten more of the cider lane, more of this one, probably one more of this, one more of that. I'm okay with that. And then the heirloom apple. I think the pumpkin ones, because I'm not really a huge pumpkin fan. Apparently I'm not white enough for that. So this is my haul. Thank y'all for watching. And fingers crossed I eventually get another haul for Bath & Body Works candles. Or any candles, really. I can't promise though. Thanks for watching. Bye!